Let's get to that gift that keeps on giving, otherwise known as the Daily Knicks rumor. Once again, this go-round has Carmelo Anthony on his way out of New York. ESPN reporting that Melo fully expects the Knicks to get back on the phone with the Rockets to send the 10-time All-Star to Houston. Now, in this arms race that Daryl Morey, the general manager of the Rockets, has talked so much about, when you're trying to collect as much talent as possible to just compete with the Warriors, tell us what you think a lineup of Harden, CP3, and Melo does to close the gap between Houston and Golden State, if this were to be the lineup.
Well, look, you're talking about firepower. When you start looking at Chris Paul, James Harden, and Carmelo Anthony, and then you look at Eric Gordon coming off your bench, look, that is a viable team. But the thing that still would concern me about this Houston Rockets team, they'll be able to put up a lot of points. But what people tend to forget about the Golden State Warriors is that they actually play defense. Yeah. They're the second best defensive team in the NBA. They can get stops, they play together, and they can score the basketball. So even though Melo would close that gap, I don't think it gets them to the point to where they're on even keel with Golden State.
Now, obviously, we're not sure what Mike D'Antoni would do and who would be shipped out as part of what would most likely be a 3 or 4 team deal if they were able to acquire Melo. But as we put there on the projected depth chart, you're thinking more of the power forward spot, which we've seen Melo in international ball, and we've seen him with the Knicks at times flourish playing at the 4.
Well, he's got to play the 4. If this trade goes through and he goes to Houston, he has to play the 4. Look, he can't defend at his age right now. He can't defend the small forwards in the league. And you have to remember now, when Golden State goes small, their best lineup is when Draymond Green and Kevin Durant's at that 4 and 5. And so, again, even though Carmelo is not a great defensive player, now you turn the tables and now you have to defend Carmelo. We can say what we want about the things that Carmelo Anthony can't do, but the thing that he can do is put the ball in the basket, and he's a great one-on-one player. And when you get to the playoffs, the more players that you can have that can create a shot for themselves or their teammates, the better chances you have.
And you got to think, Daryl Morey didn't send away as much as he did to acquire Chris Paul and be done. He wants much more talent to try and close that gap.
But Jared, if they're going to win, think about Golden State's strength. Yeah, they have Durant, they have Curry, they have Draymond, they have Klay Thompson. But the strength also of that team is their bench. That's why it was so important that they bring back a Sean Livingston, that they bring back Andre Iguodala. Their bench separated themselves from a lot of teams in the NBA. And when you have a strong bench, you can withstand some injuries, you can withstand some nights off from guys, bad games. And so what the Houston Rockets are trying to do, you want to add more talent, but you got to keep your bench intact, because if you go to your bench and you don't have anything coming off your bench, then you're still not going to win.